KT7 up here. This is my Trials of Mana 3 collaboration priority list video. The event should start next week on Global and will last for 6 weeks. I will go over some basic info on all the releases from the first 4 weeks and offer my visiore priority list at the end. Without further ado, let's get started. First, let's go over the schedule. On week 1, we have 2 units and 2 VCs. The units are Duran and Angela. Duran is the free unit, everyone will get him from a free 10 pull. Angela and the 2 VCs each have their banners. On week 2, Crimson Wizard, his VC, and Young Sodali. On week 3, we have Sodali's VC and Trials of Reckoning. Then on week 4, we have Exia. Her VC should be on the following week, and I suspect it will be a 90 cost Dark VC Esper combo. All the units are 100 cost, and all VCs are holo cards. It will be a very expensive month. Next, shop and banner info. For the first time, the 2 collaboration units are available for purchase in paid packs. Both cost 12k paid vis, and come with 200 unit shards. All the units have the standard banners. A free vis 4-step, paid vis 5-step, and the featured banner. There are the 2k paid 5 UR guarantee, with 80 collaboration Mind Spheres banners as well. But as always, the collab units and VCs are there, but do not have rate up. The 2 non-limited units have 12k paid packs as well. For all the VCs, the standard Holo Vision card banners. One interesting thing is Duran and Angela's VCs share pity medals. I was lucky enough to pull one and pitied the other. I think that is the right way to go if you want to get both VCs. Now let's go into some brief info of each unit. First, Duran, the free unit. He is a 100 cost win unit in the Sword Knight group. He is a high durability, tank-like unit with okay offensive capabilities. He can imperil unit resistance and has a 2-time HP auto heal back from his kit. His best teammates are Sharika, Dario, Ashen King, and SummerGlaciela. I have also included some VCs that work well with him here. His new VC supports Sword Knight, Axe, Staff Black Mage, and Book users. The party abilities are 60% attack, type chain resistance 24, and physical wide guard 20. The bestowed effects are defense penetration 20, and curse resistance 15. The holo party ability is for guild battle, gives the party defense 9. VC mastery are max HP 3% and slash attack 2. This is a very good card, especially for Sword Knight. With Melnia's card in the party, this VC will be in the main slot, giving the team 20 physical wide guard. You can still use Cypher's VC for the traditional AoE resistance. This is a good one to pick up. Duran's weapon is the Brave Blade. Gives Duran defense penetration 20, max HP 15%, crit damage resistance 8, and reaction block rate 30. I highly recommend the aim type for him. Okay, let's move on to Angela. Angela is a dark unit in the Staff Devout group. She is an anti-magic mage that can dispel magic damage reduction, active wide guard, and the first unit in the game that can dispel damage absorption. She has access to 30 AoE resistance penetration. It works well with her signature diamond shape AoE attack. Most of her attacks require casting, which is not ideal, but I have a pretty good build for her which I will show off in her video. Some of her best teammates are Cypher, Cloud, Exia, and Romana. Her VC supports Sword Warrior, Gun, and Staff Devout. The party abilities are unit resistance 24, magic 40%, and 20 crit evasion. The bestowed effects are AoE resistance penetration 20, and 10% HP. The holo party ability for dual content is HP 15%. The VC mastery are magic attack 2, and reduce physical damage taken 1%. This VC is pretty good. 24 unit resistance for the party, and 20 AoE resistance penetration for the user. Her new weapon, the Dragon Rod, gives her magic attack 15, debuff weakening 10, magic man-eater 15, and physical wide guard 15. I also recommend the aim type for her. On week 2 we have Crimson Wizard. A glove user in the fire element. He is all about dealing damage. Has access to AoE resistance penetration, and Spirit Imperil. He gets 3 sure hits from his main job, not having to worry about accuracy enables him to gear purely for damage. He has some self-healing capabilities as well. His best fire teammates are Sephiroth and SummerGlaciela, forming the next-gen mono-fire team. He can also team up with young Sadali to form a glove team. His VC supports Spear, Katana, Staff Devout, and Glove. The party abilities are Slash Resistance 24, Magic Attack 28, and 25 Debuff Weakening. The bestowed effect is Agility 8%. Hollow party abilities are for quest content, giving the group 25 AoE Resistance Penetration. The VC Mastery is AoE Resistance 2, and Spirit Penetration 3. This VC is almost the same as Jeume's card from Dragon Quest. Instead of 15% agility at level 99, it has Debuff Weakening. This is not a bad card per se. Debuff Weakening is really useful in all PvP content, but this is likely to be a sub-card, and the Debuff Weakening will become 10. The new equipment he is getting is an accessory, the Wizard's Rings. It gives him 25% magic, magic penetration 20, healing power 15, and human resistance 10 when HP is above 70%. I recommend the barrier type for him. That's all for the mana releases. Let's look at the TOR item. Trials of Reckoning is on week 3. The item this time is a pellet drum, an accessory. This item is most impactful for Angela, good for Duran, but not very useful for Crimson Wizard. The general abilities for all units are Curse and Immobilize Resistance 25, plus AoE Resistance 10. This is clearly to help against Sephiroth and Shreka. Frees up a couple Trust Stone slots, useful for tanks that don't need a weapon. I highly recommend to build at least one aim type. If you or your guild are going for the high score, you will get some cool looking titles. But you might need Crimson Wizard's VC for that. The unique abilities for Duran is Aim 20, and Healing Power 20. These are very good for him, but you might need to forego his weapon, or forego agility if you decided to give him a TMR sword. For Angela, it gives her magic damage up 10% and 20 Spirit in Peril to all her attacks prior to damage when her HP is above 50%. This is awesome for her, she lacks Spirit penetration. With this equipped, she does not cares about enemy spirit, but it does restrict her equipment-wise. Lastly, the unique abilities for Crimson Wizard. Lower physical damage taken by 10% and gives him all elemental resistance 5. This is the item for him if you want to build him more defensively. Now let's move on to what's next after the collaboration releases. Young Sadali will arrive alongside Crimson Wizard on week 2. He is also a glove user but in the earth element. Together with Crimson Wizard, they basically complete the next-gen glove team. All his attacks do not require casting. He specializes in AoE attacks as well. He can dispel active magic wide guard, and activates his follow-up attack after using his LB. Sadali has a sequential AoE heal in a cross shape. Has 50 innate curse resistance and he can grant damage absorption to the group. A very strong kit. His best teammates are Ashen King, Earth Veritas, Crimson Wizard, and SummerGlaciela. He and Crimson Wizard completes each other. Sadali can dispel wide guard, and give the group damage absorption, while Crimson Wizard can give him wide guard, protect and shell. Sadali's VC will be on week 3, and it will be the only new release for that week. It is another good one. Supports Sword Knight, Fist, Glove, and Book. The party abilities are Unit Resistance 24, Critical Rate 20, and Magic Man-Eater 25. The bestowed effects are Accuracy 8 and AoE Resistance 10. The Hollow Party ability for Guild Battle gives the team 12 physical wide guard. The VC Mastery are Earth Attack 2, and Crit Rate 2. This card is great. Crit Rate and Magic Man-Eater are what you want to have for Sadali to increase his follow-up damage output. His new glove weapon gives him Magic Attack 15, Magic Man-Eater 15, and 8 AoE resistance. I recommend the Crit or Aim type for him. Week number 4 is Exia and the last unit I am covering today. I was waiting for her to do this video. She is another Staff Devout unit in the water element. A roll compression unit very much like Soul. She can grant her team Dispel Seal and Fire resistance. All her attacks have 0 cast time and has a range 6 select 2 attack with a sequential heal. She also comes as 50 curse resistance and long range shell dispel. Plus she has Time Mage as a sub job with haste and quicken. I am not 100% sure, but she looks to be the next meta unit. Exia's best buddies are Gilgamesh and Jeume, Lucio, Ramada, and Sephiroth. We are not saying goodbye to Sephiroth just yet. As of this moment, we don't have any info on her VC yet. There is a chance that it will be a 90 cost Dark VC Esper combo. I will make a community post when the update arrives. The new staff she is getting gives her magic attack 15, magic man-eater 15, and reduced physical damage taken by 15% when her HP is above 70%. Go with the aim type. That's all the releases this video is covering. I will have showcases for all the units before they are released on global. Now let's get to the priority list. In the S+ tier, Duran's VC and Sadalee's VC. Both have wide guard and are main slot candidates. Duran's card has defense penetration and curse resistance from bestowed. These are really good effects. Sadalee's card has wide guard for guild battle only. It is a bit limiting, but it has almost everything him and Crimson Wizard would want. Between these two, I would put Sadalee's card ahead just by a tiny bit. But since it is not limited, I have put it slightly below Duran's card. Both are great, and support the Sword Knight group. In the S tier, I have the two non-limited units. Exia and Young Sadalee. These two are really strong. Both can dish out good damage and heal at the same time. Exia is the water version of Soul, but even better. Young Sadalee works really well with Ashen King. And both of them can work alongside Gilgamesh. They are not in S+ tier just because they are not limited. Also in the S tier is Angela's VC. Even though it only supports 3 weapon groups, but it is the equivalent of AC Cloud's card with unit res and magic up. Plus the AoE resistance penetration from bestowed can increase the damage output of many units. With this in the main slot, Exia can reach above 60 unit resistance. In the A tier, I have Crimson Wizard. A true DPS with limited utilities. He can deal pretty good damage, but I think we are on the tail end of the fire meta, and he is not the bus driver of that fire team nor the glove team. Has a straightforward kit with very little problems, a very solid unit overall. In the B tier is Angela. She is a decent backline attacker that is good against other mages. But it requires some tweaking to make her work. The first unit that can dispel HP absorption from enemies. She is not bad, but not great either. In the C tier I have Duran and Crimson Wizard's VC. I am not saying Duran is bad, there are some potential in his kit. I am just saying don't spend vis on him. Put him in the barracks and let him grow, he's a very bulky brawler. I think he can play a role in the Sword Knight group. The other item that I don't recommend spending vis on is the Crimson Wizard VC. 25 debuff weakening is very good, but it will be a sub card in almost all situations, and I don't think 10 debuff weakening is worth the visiore. Overall, the Trials of Mana 3 collab is not that impactful, nothing game-changing. The story units however seems to be driving the meta forward. I am happy to report, there is no must-have units or VC from the limited banners. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.